Something is coming in 2024. It's not just another year on the calendar. It's a turning point, one that's been foretold, one that you and I both feel deep down. The question is, are we ready for it? The signs are everywhere. The world feels like it's accelerating, wars breaking out, natural disasters increasing in frequency, economic systems crumbling under their own weight. It's easy to dismiss these as random events or the natural course of history. But think about this: what if they aren't random? What if this is all part of a divine plan, a call for us to wake up, to prepare for what's next? Let's start by asking ourselves something simple yet profound. If everything you've built, your job, your routines, even your sense of normalcy, were taken away tomorrow, how would you live today? This isn't just a philosophical question. It's the reality we're stepping into. Throughout history, moments of great change have been accompanied by warnings. These warnings come through nature, through events, and sometimes even through an unshakable feeling inside us. These aren't coincidences, they're signs. Think about the floods, wildfires, and earthquakes that have dominated recent headlines. They're not just natural phenomena, they're messages. The earth itself is groaning under the weight of humanity's neglect. It's as if creation is crying out, forcing us to pay attention. And then there's the human side of it: wars that seem endless, divisions growing wider, a constant sense of uncertainty in our daily lives. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, but here's the truth: all of this is happening for a reason. We're being prepared. God, or the divine force behind everything, doesn't just observe from a distance. This force nudges us, warns us, and sometimes even shakes us to our core to get our attention. Let's talk about preparation. Not the kind of preparation that involves stockpiling food or building bunkers, though there's nothing wrong with being physically prepared. I'm talking about preparing your mind, your soul, your connection to the deeper truths that we so often ignore.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more topics you love.
How do we start? First, by paying attention. Think about your own life. Have you experienced moments recently that felt like more than just coincidence? Maybe a relationship ended, forcing you to reevaluate your priorities. Maybe you've been feeling restless, like you're searching for something but don't know what. Or maybe you faced hardships that seem unbearable, yet they've also pushed you to grow. These aren't random. These are part of the process. Ask yourself this: what if the challenges you're facing right now aren't punishments but preparations? What if they're sharpening you, making you stronger for what's coming next? Now, here's the deeper question: are you willing to let go of the distractions and illusions that keep you stuck? Because here's the hard truth: most of us aren't paying attention. We're glued to our phones, chasing success, numbing ourselves with entertainment, and avoiding the uncomfortable truths staring us in the face. But in 2024, avoiding won't be an option anymore. This isn't about fear. It's about clarity. If we don't take control of our focus and our choices, the chaos will take control of us. Here's what we need to do: reconnect with what truly matters. This means your relationships, your purpose, and your sense of connection to something greater than yourself. Simplify your life. The more clutter, physical, emotional, and mental, you hold on to, the harder it will be to adapt to the changes ahead. Let go of what no longer serves you. Listen to your intuition. You already know what steps you need to take. The problem isn't knowing, it's acting. Stop hesitating. And here's a challenge for you: spend just 1 hour this week in complete silence, away from your devices and distractions. Sit with your thoughts. Ask yourself, what is holding me back? What am I truly afraid of? The answers might surprise you. 2024 is a year of transformation. It's not here to destroy us, but to wake us up. The signs are there if we choose to see them. The warnings are loud if we choose to listen. The question is, will you act, or will you wait until it's too late? Stay with me, because in the next part, we're diving into the deeper forces at play, the spiritual, scientific, and cosmic shifts that are shaping our future. You won't want to miss it. Let's uncover what's really happening and how we can navigate it together. 2024 isn't just about the physical changes we're seeing: natural disasters, political upheavals, or social unrest. There's something deeper happening. Forces we can't see but can feel are shaping the course of humanity. Let's uncover these invisible forces and how they're influencing everything around us. Have you ever walked into a room and felt the energy shift? Maybe it was tense, or maybe it was calm and peaceful, but you could sense it. That's not your imagination. Science has shown us that energy is all around us, constantly moving, constantly interacting with everything we do. In 2024, this energy is shifting on a massive scale. Let's talk about one of the biggest invisible forces: human consciousness. There's a growing belief among scientists and spiritual thinkers that our collective thoughts, feelings, and actions create ripples that affect the world. Think of it like this: if millions of people are living in fear, anxiety, or anger, that energy spreads, creating a world that feels heavy and chaotic. But the opposite is also true. When people focus on hope, love, and resilience, they create a ripple effect that can change the course of history. Here's the fascinating part. This isn't just spiritual mumbo-jumbo. Scientists studying quantum physics have found that the act of observing something can change its outcome. This is called the observer effect. In other words, what you focus on matters on a quantum level, on a physical level, and on a global level. So here's a question for you: what have you been focusing on lately? Fear of the future? Regret about the past? Or are you focusing on the opportunities right in front of you? Because your focus will shape how you experience the changes coming in 2024. But consciousness isn't the only force at play. Let's talk about another invisible force: time. Time is something we take for granted. We think it's linear, that it moves from point A to point B, from past to present to future. But ancient spiritual traditions and modern physics both suggest that time is more fluid than we realize. Think of time like a river. Sometimes it flows smoothly. Other times it speeds up, slows down, or even circles back on itself. In 2024, we're entering a period where time feels like it's accelerating. Days feel shorter, years pass in a blur, and the world seems to be moving faster than we can process. This isn't just in your head. It's the result of both physical changes like the Earth's magnetic field shifting and psychological changes, like the overwhelming pace of modern life. But here's the kicker: when time feels like it's speeding up, it's a call to slow down, to step out of the chaos and into the present moment. This isn't easy, especially when the world is demanding more of us than ever. But it's necessary. Now, let's go deeper. Beyond consciousness and time, there's another invisible force shaping 2024, the interconnectedness of all things. Have you ever heard of the butterfly effect? It's the idea that a butterfly flapping its wings in one part of the world can create a hurricane in another. This isn't just poetic imagery. It's a real concept in chaos theory that shows how small actions can lead to massive consequences. In 2024, Our actions, big and small, matter more than ever. Every choice you make, every word you speak, every thought you hold has an impact, not just on your life, but on the world. Think about this: what kind of ripple are you creating? Are you adding to the chaos, or are you bringing clarity and calm to the people around you? This brings us to a critical point. 2024 isn't just a year of survival. It's a year of co-creation. We're not just passive observers of what's happening. We're participants. Every choice we make contributes to the collective energy of the planet. And that's why preparation is so important. Not just physical preparation, but spiritual and mental preparation. Because the stronger and clearer you are, the more you can influence the world in a positive way. Before we move on, let me leave you with one last question. If you could create one ripple effect in 2024, what would it be? Would you spread hope, wisdom, love? Think about it, because the world needs your contribution now more than ever. Stay tuned, because in the next part, we're diving into the ultimate preparation: how to align yourself with divine timing and step into your true purpose. This is where everything comes together. As we step deeper into 2024, it's clear that this isn't just a year of change, it's a year of calling. The chaos we see around us isn't meant to destroy, it's meant to awaken. And what it's awakening is your purpose. Yes, your purpose. The question is, are you ready to embrace it? Purpose isn't something reserved for a select few. It's not just for those who seem extraordinary or destined for greatness. Purpose is woven into the very fabric of who you are. But here's the challenge: in a world full of distractions, it's easy to lose sight of it. Think about your own life. How much of your time is spent reacting to emails, social media, other people's demands? How often do you pause and ask yourself, what am I here to do? If you haven't asked that question in a while, now is the time. You see, in 2024, the universe, God, the divine, however you understand it, isn't whispering anymore. It's shouting. It's breaking apart the structures, routines, and illusions that have kept us asleep for so long. This isn't to punish us, it's to free us. Because when everything falls apart, we're forced to ask the questions that really matter. Who am I? What do I value? What am I here to give? Let's break this down into something actionable. Finding your purpose isn't about waiting for a lightning bolt of clarity. It's about taking small, intentional steps toward alignment. Here's how you can start. Pay attention to your passions and pain points. What excites you? What keeps you awake at night? What problems in the world make you want to act? These aren't random feelings, they're signposts pointing you toward your purpose. Reflect on your unique gifts. Every single one of us has a combination of skills, talents, and experiences that no one else has. What comes naturally to you? What do people come to you for? Often your purpose lies in the things you take for granted about yourself. Ask who you want to serve. Purpose is never just about you. It's about how you can contribute to the lives of others. Who do you feel called to help? It could be your family, your community, or even people halfway across the world. But here's the catch. Stepping into your purpose requires courage. Why? Because it often means letting go of the comfortable, the familiar, and the safe. It means saying no to things that no longer align with who you are becoming, even if they've been a big part of your life. In 2024, there's no more time for excuses. If you've been waiting for the perfect moment to start, this is it. Not because everything is calm, but because everything is uncertain. It's in uncertainty that we grow. Here's something practical you can do right now. Take out a piece of paper and draw two columns. On the left, write down everything in your life that feels heavy, draining, or misaligned. On the right, write down everything that feels light, energizing, and true. Then ask yourself, how can I let go of what's on the left and make more space for what's on the right? And remember this, purpose doesn't have to be grand or world-changing. It can be as simple as showing kindness, being fully present with your loved ones, or sharing your story to inspire others. Small actions ripple out in ways we can't always see. But purpose isn't just about what you do, it's about who you become. 2024 is inviting us to transform, to let go of the parts of ourselves that no longer serve us. This is where divine timing comes in. Have you ever noticed how some things seem to happen at exactly the right moment? That's not coincidence, that's alignment. When you're aligned with your purpose, doors open, opportunities flow, and the right people show up. But alignment requires trust. It requires surrendering to a timing that's bigger than your own. So ask yourself, are you willing to trust the process, even when it feels uncertain? Are you willing to let go of control and allow life to unfold? Because when you do, something magical happens. You stop fighting the current and start flowing with it. Let's talk about practical ways to align with divine timing in 2024. Practice patience. Things may not happen as quickly as you'd like, but trust that they're happening in the right order. Look for synchronicities. Pay attention to patterns, coincidences, and signs that seem to guide you. These are clues that you're on the right path. Take inspired action. When opportunities arise, don't overthink. Trust your gut and take the leap. And here's the most important thing to remember. You don't have to figure everything out at once. Purpose isn't a destination, it's a journey. It evolves as you do. As we close, let me leave you with one final thought. 2024 isn't here to break you, it's here to build you. It's here to awaken you to the truth of who you are and what you're capable of. So what will you do with this year? Will you let it pass by, or will you rise to the occasion? The choice is yours, and when you're ready, step forward. The world needs you now more than ever. Thank you for watching, and remember, the greatest gift you can give the world is to fully step into who you were created to be.